Coming up on Texas Parks and Wildlife.
The idea of this predator deterrent fence is to deflect predators away from the nest area so that hopefully they won't find the nest and destroy it.
The bat flights are pretty spectacular. They are 500,000 bats here at the cave.
They'd be tarpon visible all the time. They'd just be continuously rolling.
Truly a heroic effort that took the absolute dedication to making it work and getting it done.
Texas Parks and Wildlife, a television series for all outdoors.
This series is funded in part by a grant from the Wildlife and Sport Fish Restoration Program. Through your purchase of hunting and fishing equipment and motorboat fuels, over $40 million in conservation efforts are funded in Texas each year.
Additional funding provided by Ram Trucks. Guts, glory, Ram.
This is the Attwater Prairie-Chicken National Wildlife Refuge. And folks have shown up at the annual Attwater's Prairie-Chicken Festival for a rare glimpse at one of the most endangered birds in North America.
And I got him in the scope now. Oh, he's got his tufts erect. He's going into his dance. Oh, fantastic.
Over a century ago, the coastal prairies of Texas and Louisiana were home to almost 1 million Attwater's prairie chickens. But as habitat turned to farmland and Houston and other cities grew, the coastal prairie shrank. Now less than 1% of pristine coastal prairie is left, and this refuge is one of the Attwater's last strongholds.
It's been teetering right on the brink of extinction. Over the last 15, 20 years, there have been fewer than 100 individuals in wild populations, and for a species that only lives on average 2 years, that's a very bad place to be.
You know, there are endangered species all over the rest of the country and the world, but this one here lives only in Texas, and it's part of the natural heritage of Texans.
We just found a nest. It's the 4th nest that we found this season. She's extremely well hidden. She's in very dense cover, and that's a good thing. That means hopefully predators won't see her either.
With some rebar and some metal fencing, the team is here to set up what they call a predator deterrent fence to protect that nesting female.
The predators are moving through the grassland. The idea of this predator deterrent fence is to deflect predators away from the nest area so that hopefully they won't find the nest and destroy it.
Got it.
The fence doubles the chances of survival for the mother and her brood of chicks.
You do kind of keep in mind that, you know, the whole time you're working, there's a bird in there that's, you know, struggling for survival, basically. So you want to build a fence that's going to hopefully work and give them a little bit better chance at surviving.
There's word that one of the female's nests
So where was that exactly?
has been destroyed.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, we got eggshells, and the nest bowl's been disturbed, so it's been predated.
Oh yeah, the eggshells everywhere.
Something's really dug it up.
Oh.
She put up a good fight, though.
Yeah, she's little feathers everywhere. Poor thing.
To help the moms and these newly hatched chicks that are just 2 weeks old,
Go ahead and clean the pans.
The hen and chicks stay in a protective brood box, an enclosed refuge with an all-you-can-eat buffet of veggies and bugs.
And there are grasshoppers, katydids, beetles, but mainly grasshoppers. Those make really good chick food.
Once the chicks have hatched, conditions have been so dry that the young chicks are having difficulty finding insects to eat. Just call out the number so we make sure we get all 14.
This breeding season so far, we're starting to notice that it seems to be getting a little bit drier. It's been very windy this spring. So we're a little bit concerned about how the chicks are going to fare.
That should be all of them then.
The young chicks get a final weigh-in, as their release into the wild is now just days away.
26.9.
We like to weigh them just to make sure that they are indeed getting enough food and metabolizing it correctly and putting on weight.
One more. Okay, it's time for them to take off on their own now.
They've had their 2 weeks of head starting and they're looking pretty good.
Yep.
It's fun to see every couple days they change and they get noticeably bigger, their feathers get more obvious and colorful. They've gained weight, they're looking healthy. Hopefully they'll have what it takes to survive.
We feel good. We've got them here to this point, but at the same time, we're a little anxious as well.
I hope they can do it.
They're really going to have to be on their best of their game if they're going to make it to the point where they'll have a chance to reproduce as well.
While these birds are struggling in the wild, the team has an ace up their sleeve.
Head looks good, mouth looks good, so she's good to go.
Several facilities raise endangered Attwater's prairie chickens as part of a captive breeding program.
She looks in good shape. Feather condition is good. Adding birds from the captive breeding program has allowed us to keep birds in the wild through the last 10, 15 years. Okay, she's ready to go. Without the captive breeding program, this species undoubtedly would have been extinct by now.
These juvenile prairie chickens are color-banded, radio-collared,
pretty bird,
and ready for the refuge. It's a long journey to their new home, as these captive birds are for now the lifeblood for this entire species.
Okay. She's in good shape. Ready to roll, aren't you?
Working with an endangered species, especially arguably the most endangered bird in North America, it has its ups and downs. I mean, sometimes it's, a little bit disappointing. Things don't go quite as well as you want, but it's also rewarding when things do. So I think everyone would agree it's worth it.
Doesn't she look good?
Mm-hmm. She does.
How many other species can we watch go extinct before it starts making a difference in the ability of the world to support us as a human species? And we don't know that answer.
After 2 weeks of acclimating to their new habitat, it's time for these young birds to venture out.
All right, little birds, go be wild.
All this work, the struggles throughout the breeding season, it's up to these young Attwaters to help save the species.
Oh, yeah, see? Freedom, right there.
While not all of the birds that we release are going to survive, we know that, but those that do survive represent the future. Their offspring hopefully will be better able to survive and reproduce in the wild on their own. We will continue to build the population with those wild individuals, and that's where we place the hope for the recovery of the species.
There are few places left that have not been largely touched by our culture. But at Kickapoo Cavern State Park, nature is almost untouched, the way it used to be.
It's a great place to just get away from it all. You can unplug from all the distractions in the city. We've got approximately 6,400 acres and lots to do. We've got birding, hiking, mountain biking. It's just a great place to get away from it all and just get back in touch with nature.
See the scrub jays?
Much of the beauty of Texas is hidden. To see it, you have to work for it, sometimes catching only a fleeting glimpse. Over 230 species of birds have been seen in this park.
We get a lot of birders from all over the country. They've read about it. We've got a lot of diversity here, and they're here a lot of times to fill their life list, whether they're looking for the black-capped vireo or the golden-cheeked warbler. We've got them both here, so it's a great place for birding.
Jessica Klassen is a graduate student at Texas A&M University, studying the endangered golden-cheeked warbler.
Here is one of our golden-cheeked warbler nests. They make their nests out of the strips of ash juniper bark. So the little clump up there of ash juniper that you see at the canopy of the tree is our golden-cheeked warbler nest, and directly below it is you'll see our camera that we're using to monitor the nest with. But we like to disturb them as little as possible, so we stay at the nest site for as short a period as possible.
By using an infrared camera and remote recording unit, Jessica is able to monitor the bird nest without disturbing it.
We've been seeing nestling-type behavior, so we've seen both males and females carrying food, which we can infer would be to hungry nestlings in a nest.
Enter the darkness of the subterranean wonder of Kickapoo Cavern and witness roughly 4 million years of nature's artistic handiwork.
If y'all see this formation, it's pretty cool.
This is what you call being deep in the heart of Texas.
You got twin columns. One column on your right is the largest column in the state of Texas. It's 80 feet high, which is a little over 8 stories. You can see the different colored drapery off of it, all the jellyfish looking stuff. I see Mother Nature at its best.
Nature's little miracle.
The intrigue of the park lies as much above the ground as below. Stewart Bat Cave teams with Mexican Freetail bats.
The bat flights are pretty spectacular. They are 500,000 bats here at the cave. It takes approximately an hour and a half for all the bats to get out of the cave.
In our ever-expanding, fast-paced world, it's wonderful to know a place like Kickapoo Cavern State Park exists.
It's a really beautiful place, and we're trying to keep it that way. We're trying to keep it as natural as possible. It's a great place to just get away from it all and enjoy a part of Texas a lot of people have never seen.
Good morning, Mr. Snyder. The Federal Communications Commission has issued a mandate to convert all U.S. two-way radio systems to narrowband frequencies. If the department fails to comply by January 31st, 2013, its licenses and available frequencies could be wiped out forever. And here's the kicker. There's no money budgeted for this job, which would cost $5 million if handled by an outside vendor. Plus, you only have 11 months to pull it off with a handful of people. Remember, if you fail, we'll all be using carrier pigeons from here on.
Well, I guess we'll just have to get her done.
Planning began immediately for the daunting task of reprogramming or replacing 6,000 pieces of equipment scattered across the state. But nothing was going to happen unless someone found some money. Fortunately, the crack team included a seasoned grant writer.
Just a few phone calls, and the process was underway.
As soon as the checks arrived, procurement staff had to work fast to make sure the team had what it needed on time.
So there was urgency in getting it ordered, getting it here, and then getting it to them.
Simultaneously, team members were slogging through the mind-numbing job of creating software programs to reprogram every transmitting device.
It has 10 screens, so that's like almost 500 entries for this just one particular program for one radio in one district.
As replacement equipment arrived, trucks rolled, traveling to a designated site in each park. Team technicians rendezvoused with area staff to program everything from handheld radios to airboat radios. Two-man teams made their way to often remote areas to replace the bulky repeater units that relay radio signals across the state. Because there was no money for lodging, the team stayed in park cabins or any other state housing their trip planner could scrounge up. Spending every other week on the road, they made 16 trips to 139 work locations across the state.
It was 8 months of pure hell.
Despite the monotonous grind, the team remained totally professional throughout, only pausing to celebrate the arrival of the team's newest member and enjoy the scenery.
This has been the most incredible part of my job. I have seen the state of Texas boundary to boundary, state line to state line. Quite an experience.
Amazingly, the team not only converted all radios on time, but saved millions of dollars in the process.
It was truly a heroic effort that took an enormous amount of devotion and the absolute dedication to making it work and getting it done.
And I really want to welcome you all this morning. As Ben pointed out, this was historically an astounding fishery, world-class destination, and I'm here to tell you it doesn't exist anymore.
Tarpon, the Silver Kings. What happened to them? Can they be restored? Biologists and anglers are collaborating to solve the mystery of the tarpon. When you fish for tarpon in Texas, the most important thing to bring along is patience. Today, tarpon are scarce along the Texas coast, but 50 years ago, that was hardly the case.
They'd be tarpon visible all the time, and you just see them coming, whether you were running in the surf and trying to make them bite, or whether you just see them coming for miles. I mean, they're just rolling. There'd be 10 or 12 fish in a pod, and they'd just be continuously rolling. The way we fished then, this was in 1956. You could cut the point off the hooks on your lure and have 3 or 4 tarpon on in a single cast. One would grab it and throw it, and the next one would grab it and throw it before you could ever get your lure back to the boat. They were just jumping, and one of them jumped on the bow of the boat and flopped back in the water.
Tarpon really are a fish of the Americas, and most are found in this part of the world. It's believed that tarpon spawn in the open ocean along the continental shelf, and the larvae make their way back to the safety of bays, marshes, and estuaries. While tarpon still inhabit their historical range, their numbers have sharply decreased, and nobody knows exactly why. One thing's for sure, in the last 50 years, the Gulf Coast has changed. Heavy industry and residential development from Houston to Corpus Christi now shares the tarpon's nursery habitat. The rivers that feed these marshes now have more dams on them than before. We can't turn back time or restore everything to its original state, but there is something we can do right now. Here at the Coastal Fisheries Lab in Palacios, biologists study tarpon scales. Preliminary results indicate that there is one species of tarpon. This means that tarpon from one part of the world could be stocked in Texas waters and possibly reproduced in hatcheries to enhance wild populations. Successful stocking programs of other types of fish
like redfish and spotted sea trout, have made a very positive impact for those particular populations.
There you go, speckled trout. This is what they come down to Rockport to fish for.
Captive spawning of redfish has become almost routine. Coastal Fisheries operates 3 hatcheries along the Texas coast that stock 30 million fish annually. But the tarpon is a very different fish, and so far, the secrets of spawning tarpon have been elusive. An expedition of anglers and biologists traveled to Mexico to begin acquiring tarpon for a future hatchery program.
Presently, we're fishing along the banks of El Bosque Centla in the state of Tabasco, Mexico. We're hoping to run into some tarpon brood stock in the neighborhood of about 6 to 7 foot range. So far, we've been unsuccessful in capturing any tarpon brooders, but in the process, we were able to get some tarpon scales.
Here are the tarpon.
Tarpon were examined wherever they could be found. Part of the team included biologists from Texas A&M University.
112 centimeters total length. It's 90.5 centimeters standard length.
In addition to the scales, biologists took some tarpon heads to determine their age by counting the growth rings on a small bone called the otolith.
With the onset of winter, these growth rings all begin to bunch up. And when they lay on top of one another in very, very narrow bands, this is what forms a year mark. And you can count like you count in the rings of a tree. You can do the same thing with some otoliths.
The age that a tarpon can reproduce is an important factor to determine for any future breeding program.
There hasn't been a whole lot of work done on the anatomy of tarpon and the reproductive biology. There's been some work done in Costa Rica and in Florida with a fairly extensive description of the reproductive cycle, but we don't know how any of that information relates to these animals in Texas and here in Mexico. So what we're doing is we're going to open up some of these animals and see what they look like on the inside so we can either confirm that information or discover that our animals do things a little bit differently.
With so little known about tarpon, it became apparent that something needed to be done to share information and coordinate research.
The reason why we put together both Tarpon Tomorrow and this symposium is to not only figure out why this happened in Port Aransas, but to work with scientists and anglers around the world to prevent that collapse from happening in other places and to restore those places where it's happened.
Annual meetings like this one promise more exchange of the latest information, but the tarpon still holds many secrets, and the future of its survival is still a mystery.
So it's a matter of finding a location at the right time of year when you can pull the animals up, and we think that this location in Tabasco in Mexico is one possibility, and you just need to go out there with a syringe.
I think that the charge that we all have is to facilitate the scientific investigation of this great animal so that it doesn't quietly pass into the dark night like the Attwater prairie-chicken, and that new scientific direction will give rise to a new day for the tarpon.
Here we go. Nice jump. Hey. Nice jump.
Prescription eyewear cap.
Enjoy fresh air and open space every day with the Passport to Texas radio series from Texas Parks and Wildlife. Through sounds and words, we'll transport you to places with green grass and blue sky, if only for a minute or two. And sometimes that's all you need. Passport to Texas airs weekdays on radio stations statewide. Visit passporttotexas.org to find a station near you. And remember, life's better outside.
This series is funded in part by a grant from the Wildlife and Sport Fish Restoration Program. Through your purchase of hunting and fishing equipment and motorboat fuels, over $40 million in conservation efforts are funded in Texas each year.
Additional funding provided by Ram Trucks. Guts, glory, Ram.